What is the most first world problem you've had or have seen someone have? There was too much food in the fridge already, so I had no room to put my leftover food. Rock bottom, I'll keep you in my prayers. A friend hates his job and shopped around for other ones. He received a couple offers but doesn't want to change because he'll have to work harder. I have a friend who lives in a house that's so big that they need 3 whiffy extenders. Some guy in my old apartment building had 3 separate with us. Mike's home with me, Mike's office with me, Mike's guest with me. No idea who Mike was, but he left an angry note on my door after I named mine Mike 6 dungeon with a holy sheet thanks to the gold stranger. There's nothing to do at work, but I still have to look busy. It's such a strange feeling spending 40 hours a week rotting in a cubicle so I can make enough to enjoy my weekends and take the occasional vacation. They say do what you love, but honestly I don't even know what that is, so until that day comes I'll maintain my reign as the cubicle queen. The motor burned out in my electric garbage can, so now it's just a normal garbage can. What is an electric garbage can? Have you ever opened a garbage can by removing the lid with your hand or stepping on a foot pedal to pop the lid open and thought I'd rather wave my hand in front of a sensor repeatedly just to have the garbage can let open halfway and then snap shut like a rat trap? Also, I have all these batteries and nothing to use them for. That's an electric garbage can. My late grandmother once refused to stay at a luxury rental apartment because it didn't have a bellhop. Well, it's not really luxury then. A friend and I were driving around one day when he got a call from his vacuum that it was stuck in his house. It had driven off into a shower stall and couldn't climb the ledge to get out. There are kids starving in Africa. And he got a distress call from his vacuum, and people say the American dream is dead. Where to park their second boat? The guy was upgrading his boat, but whoever was picking up his old one hadn't come in time, leaving him with 2 temporarily hard times. I'm hungry, but there's nothing to watch while I eat, or rather, there's tons of things to watch. But if I start watching a new show, I'll want to watch it to the end, and I'm not sure which one to pick. Yes, this is me. Sometimes my food gets cold while I'm trying to find something on Netflix. Can't be a movie too big of a commitment. Can't be something new I'll have to pay attention. Has to be familiar and quick. Where did Archer 30 Rock, Scrubs and Elle go? Am I really going to have to do Office again? And I just finished Pander again. I don't know what say when I get asked what I want for Christmas, since I have everything I need and what I make enough money that I can buy most normal things. I want anything I cannot afford myself is going to be too expensive to expect to receive as a gift. I'm also rather particular. I wanted a new kitchen mixer. I did my research, picked out a model. Let's see, that's the kitchen mixer I want, not just some Rondo mixer, so I won't ask for it as a gift. I'll just save up and buy it for myself when I make a turn. But it wasn't a full enough turn to make my blinker turn off, so I have to manually turn it off. I just jerked my car to the side real hard until it turns off. Trying to lock something up or watch something on your phone and group text about nothing keeps interrupting. I had to mute that sheet indefinitely. I got in an argument with my car because it couldn't understand my voice commands. To be fair to the car, I got harder to understand between all the cursing. When my housekeepers are cleaning up a room, I mean I have to walk all the way to another room. I never really got housekeepers. It seems like such a huge invasion of privacy. I would never be able to live with it. Yeah, but imagine not having to clean. A friend was complaining that there weren't enough Uber Eats options in the area. There are over 50 of friends in ground pool that he just put in has automatic cleaners that didn't get some section clean. I mean, I'd be pretty pissed if I spent a ton of money on something that only did a portion of the job. We went grocery shopping and found a bunch of meat on sale. We bought so much that we had to store some of it at Dad's house in his deep freezer. It was a pain in the ass to have to walk next door to get him out. I miss living next to my mom, aunt, and uncle. I also miss living a 4-minute drive away. Now I have to drive a whole 10 minutes. Oh hey, I think I have a good story here. Recently I was coming home from work and I was out of my fancy flavored bubbly water, so I decided to stop at the grocery. On my way back I realized that I had left my wallet at home. No big deal, I'll just use my phone to pay. I thought no phone was on 3% battery, and apparently Samsung Pay does not work at that level of charge, and luckily I had my wall charger with me. Unluckily I didn't have the USB car charger. I had to walk up and explain my situation to an employee and then ask them if there were any outlets I could plug my phone into for a few minutes so that I could buy some raspberry flavored carbonated water. I overheard a wild one at work. This guy was complaining that he hears the rain on the roof of his home theater, ruining the experience. When I have too many $1 in my pocket, my wallet doesn't close all the way, and when I complain about it, my friends call me a stripper for having so many singles. Saw a lady a few weeks ago who was legit screaming at a Target employee because a shopping cart was 3 to 4 feet away from her Range Rover. It was out of range, was on vacation in the Amalfi Coast waiting for a private boat to pick us up to go to Capri. We arrived at the pickup spot 5 minutes late, but were actually 10 minutes early because the person who booked the boat knew we would be late and light about the pickup time, so we didn't miss it. Cue huge argument about whether that line was a terrible thing to do. My phone charger sticks into my stomach when I'm laying on the couch. You know you can flip the phone over. Gross. The fact that some of us forget to drink water for an extended period of time must be bizarre. For third world heirs or don't like the taste of it better. Absurdly campaigning to have people stop using animal related idioms. For example, beat a dead horse. Dart. So instead of bringing home the bacon, you should be bringing home the bagels. Because speciesism. I knew they were crazy, but I didn't know they were bagel sheep crazy. Every single time someone walks to a full pantry, fridge, whatever, opens it and says there's nothing to eat, despite boxes, cans of stuff sitting right there. I may or may not be very guilty of this. Sometimes my Weimer's switches will disconnect from my Alexa in the morning. Instead of laying in bed and saying, "Alexa, fan off," I have to get out of bed. In the Arctic, women turn off the fan. I spilled coffee on the seat of my Porsche, so now I have to take my wife's BMW until the detailing place gets the stain out. Probably gonna be 3 whole days. Got last night while laying in bed. I dropped my phone on my face after I ran out of memes to look at. I'm currently experiencing it. My phone data provider is down for some reason, so I can't mess around on my phone at work. On the plus side, now I know that my battery is fine. I'm just on my phone too much. On the negative side, I can't check my train times as I'm walking to the station. Please come back. Oh, to the apartment I moved into earlier this year opens right onto a busy street, so package deliveries are basically impossible unless the driver thinks, hey, this 3-dimensional building might have a backside that's less busy. So I started having everything shipped to my downtown Chicago office, which worked great until the building's security started turning away all third-party Amazon delivery drivers because their cheap companies wouldn't update their building delivery insurance, a thing I did not know existed. So now all Amazon orders have to be delivered to an Amazon locker pickup 2 blocks away, which doesn't work for larger items because the lockers are only so big. I've been saving a fortune on bullshit I don't need from Amazon, though. A car too big for garage, had to build bigger garage. City wouldn't grant permit, and to buy bigger house with bigger garage. While on a vacation to an all-inclusive resort, we won another vacation to the same resort along with some swag and a bottle of tequila, and to figure out how, when to go and what amount of time off we need. Dunno if this counts, but one time I was too lazy to empty the dishwasher of clean dishes, so I just washed my dirty dishes myself and put them away. Knew someone who had this problem. Her solution was to level up her first world problems game. Got a second dishwasher so she never have to put anything away. Take clean dishes out of washer 1. Deposit in washer 2 until for unwashed to repeat. Then she felt bad at having empty cabinets, so she had to buy fake dishes to keep him there so guests wouldn't think less of her. The wooden leather steering wheel on the Mercedes S-Class seats up much slower and doesn't get as hot as the old leather steering wheel on a Mercedes E-Class 1. Learned this when the dealer gave me an E-Class loaner. It's very upsetting to know that my hands aren't getting as warm as quickly as they could be in this cold weather. I have too much legal weed. Oh, I keep buying it and I really can't smoke it all. I've made edibles, oils, I just have too much. I had to buy more hangers because I bought too many clothes on Black Friday, only having thin crust pizza instead of thick crust in the fridge. It really annoys me that I have to push and hold the button to reset the driver's seat position, and my dad had to send back his watch winder and buy a new one. Why did he need a watch winder? Because he owns 2 Rolexes and just bought another $4,000 watch. Guy at the restaurant complained that waitress brought in beer in the glass Bug didn't pour it so he had to sit in. Wait for her to do it and eventually he poured it in glass himself made. Frustrated when do not have around a toy. For master by Tion because I am lazy to do it with my own fingers and my arm. Gets tired so I put pillow under my elbow in my line of work we often carry. Both our personal and company cell phones. I once saw a coworker outside with me struggling to see his phone in the bright sun so he used his other phone to shade the phone he was trying to see. I went to a fast food restaurant and ordered takeout of a spaghetti meal and asked for 2 pieces of chicken. I even said just the chicken in person over the counter, repeated just the chicken only. Got it, went home, I finished the spaghetti, then opened my box of chickens to find out they also gave me rice. I debated throwing it away, 'cause my hungry brain couldn't think of storing it for later, but I ended up eating it too. I was extra full that day. 00:12:33. 10 to Nan, 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 Nan. Music.